It's going to be choppy, but it's okay. Two of the marine mammals can lead the two teams, and then whoever is most experienced, and then we can just swap. And when we observe Akama as well, but be really focused because we're on the dolphin area, on the good dolphin area.
When we have a sighting, we have to record down what we actually see them doing, so whether they're swimming or diving.
They're somewhere in that general vicinity.
Dolphins. Guys! The short snout common dolphin. They belong to a large pod that we monitor for the last 11 years. And now they give us the opportunity to take pictures of the dorsal fins so we can identify which individuals they are and when we last saw them. Since I was very young, I always loved the science of biology and nature. There must be 7 near the boat and another 5 at least that we saw further away. Dolphins are very special animals. They have a very complex social structure and they are very intelligent.
These are the pictures I just took. Look,
Great.
they're jumping out of the water. This one as well.
And you can see the fins and the distinctive characteristics so we can identify them.
Yeah.
We have a very diverse sea. There is rare, charismatic giants, the sperm whale, fin whales, these spectacular animals, and yet children know more about the dinosaurs and don't realize next to us we have greater, brighter animals that we share our seas today. Another dolphin sighting. Apart from the science and the data, they are just incredible animals to observe. And when we see them, I think we all share the same responsibility. We need to do something to really protect these amazing animals.
Το πώς διαχειρίζονται πρώτα απ' όλα το περιβάλλον τους. Δεν εξαντλούνται από θέματα κτλ. Αυτό συμβαίνει πολλές χιλιάδες χρόνια. Η παρουσία του ανθρώπου εδώ μέσα σε 50 χρόνια υποβάθμισε το περιβάλλον και εξάντλησε τα αποθέματα.
We are heading to the island where we are creating the Aegean Marine Life Sanctuary, which will be a veterinary clinic for injured dolphins, seals and turtles, but also that will host the dolphins that are released from captivity. I'm very stressed because there's a lot of factors we need to play and bring together to make this sanctuary a reality.
Okay, we're lifting it on the kayak now. All together. 1, 2, 3. You got it? Yeah. Okay.
We are now in process of making a more rich habitat for the animals that are going to live in this bay.
Just bring those fragments where the scuba divers are. They're gonna give you a sign. It's a bit buoyant, so just make sure they have a good grip and go down with them. Yeah. Okay? Okay, got it.
So this is one of the phases of replanting the Posidonia seagrass. transporting the seedlings that are ready to be planted, the fragments, into the plantation site. The bay is considered an ideal site for many different reasons. Within the bay, the waters are very calm, but on the other side, there are strong currents running within the bay, which ensures a very good renewal of the water of the bay. In the outer section, it becomes very deep, which provides a wide variety of habitats. When we bring animals at risk, animals from captivity, animals that are injured, they have very high chances of recovery, of survival, and to have a good, healthy life while they're hosted in the bay.
There you go. Bit more.
I think we got it.
Beautiful. Yay. All of this was in the stomach. There were a ton of microplastics in there from like saran wrap, you can see. There was a BB pellet and lots of fibers.
This is clearly
Like a trash bag?
was a loggerhead turtle, right?
Yes, loggerhead, and yeah, it was only
30 centimeters, something like that.
these are huge pieces of plastic that were stuck in their stomach. 85 pieces total.
We need to brainstorm on how we can raise the maximum publicity and awareness raising from this animal and hoping to save the rest that are still out there alive.
A little more.
Something that over the last decade we have realized that is a very important problem, much stronger than our carbon footprint, is our plastic footprint. There is no facility that can really provide efficient care and rehabilitation for these incidents. And this is one of the main reasons that sparkled the need for the creation of the sanctuary. These animals suffer greatly during captivity, where they have not the ability to do any of the natural behaviors, and they cannot have even the chance to communicate because every sound they produce echoes back to them and becomes really painful for their echolocation system. Dolphins cannot even enter deep sleep. They have to always be alert. They have to always remember to breathe. So they cannot have the luxury of even dreaming of their own freedom. What will happen to these animals when the delphinaria close? Are they going to be transported to other dolphinaria around the world, or can we provide the best welfare solutions for them in a sanctuary that is as close as possible to their natural environment? Creating a sanctuary in a remote location where there's no noise pollution and there's no human presence has a lot of challenges in constructions. We were away from the grid, we had no road. These and many other are obstacles that we need to overcome. Sirma, Sirma!
Τώρα είναι όλα έτοιμα.
Άρα τώρα συμπληρώνουμε μέχρι τέρμα, μέχρι πότε? Μέχρι πότε?
Το βράδυ, τώρα, άμα κάτσεις και λίγο μέχρι τα μεσάνυχτα, εγώ
Γιατί θα πάω στο κλάμπινγκ, δεν είναι Σαββάτο.
So this will be the accommodation area where we will have rooms for the staff and a kitchen and a recreation area, resting area. So there'll be a staircase that they were waiting for it to come next week that will connect to the ground floor. The works go in plan, but we're running out of money, so we need to raise funds to be able to complete this.
Λοιπόν, πού βρισκόμαστε τώρα με το κτίριο, σε ποια φάση είναι η επισκευή του και η ανακαίνιση?
Τώρα λοιπόν εδώ φτιάχναμε το δεύτερο όροφο.
Μάλιστα, πολύ ωραία.
Ναι.
Τώρα όσον αφορά τις αδειοδοτήσεις, επειδή το χειρίζεστε εσείς τώρα αυτό το θέμα.
Τώρα περιμένουμε από την πολεοδομία να ολοκληρώσει την πράξη χαρακτηρισμού και μετά πάει ανανεωμένος, εμπλουτισμένος ο φάκελος στο Υπουργείο Περιβάλλοντος, στο Τμήμα Βιοποικιλότητας.
Ο φάκελος είναι έτοιμος.
Το πρόβλημα είναι ότι εμπλέκονται πάρα πολλές και διαφορετικές υπηρεσίες,
ναι,
και θα πρέπει όλοι αυτοί να συντονιστούν.
Πρέπει να είμαστε ειλικρινείς. Τα πράγματα πρέπει να αντιμετωπίσουμε. Το βασικό μας πρόβλημα τώρα δεν είναι ούτε η γραφειοκρατία ούτε οι κατασκευές. Είναι η έλλειψη πόρων που πόσες φορές μας απογοητεύει γιατί είμαστε τόσο κοντά. Δεν είναι πολλά τα χρήματα που λείπουν, αλλά μπορούμε και πρέπει να το επικοινωνήσουμε δυναμικά, γιατί είναι κρίμα να έχουμε φτάσει τόσο κοντά και να μας πάρει άλλο ένα χρόνο μετά να το ολοκληρώσουμε. Half done.
Quite a ride coming over the hill there, and the view was amazing.
Yes, and the good thing is that there's no human presence other than us and a few shepherds a bit further away in the hills.
And all the students are here?
The students, the interns, the researchers, everyone is here together with the workers. And there's a lot of work to be done. We have to be able to complete this part of the walls before the end of next week because rains are expected to start. The target is 200,000 that we need to gather as soon as possible.
Do you lay awake at night and wonder about all this? Or?
Yes, we do lay awake at night, all of us, because it's important now that all these constructions are ongoing and all this work are ongoing to not run out of funds and lose this momentum of construction.
I want to dive this entire area. I want to look at the bottom and the depth and the current, the tide. Yep. There's not much of that, and it's so protected here. But you need to really see it, from a dolphin's point of view.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to get a look at the environment here. We're also going to be looking at different parameters, water temperature, depth, as well as, how do we construct in this environment, the facilities, the security fences, the navigational buoys, what's the bottom like, and so we'll get a good look at that. I mean, this area has already been well studied by the team here, and it's my first opportunity to get in the water and have a look, and again, from a dolphin's point of view.
As a person who has evaluated numerous sanctuaries and rehabilitation centers, it's important to hear his opinion about the plan that we have on place. So it's a great challenge, it's a huge stress.
Anastasia's story has actually been quite an inspiration to me. I admire her and Theodoros and their ability to have this dream and have this passion and do everything that they can to work for it. Just hearing their stories of working here on the boat and living in just not the best conditions just because that they want to study these animals. Even if we don't see anything, I love being out here. I love being out on the water, going in between the islands. It's just a beautiful and amazing experience. Okay. This is a specially designed hydrophone that we use when we do our marine mammal surveys. It picks up the bioacoustics of predominantly cetaceans, so whales and dolphins. All right, stop. Now hold it. Okay, the hydrophone's out. When we can observe these animals in the wild, we're able to establish baselines. And then when we have dolphins in our sanctuary, we can monitor them and record their vocal characteristics or vocals with photos and behavior. We're able to figure out how they're adapting to their new environment because we have this baseline data of how they interact in the wild. I heard about 4 individuals. So we really need to be keeping our eye out, just scanning the surface of the water, see if we can see them.
When they surface, you notice the blow.
Yeah.
So it's big white.
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what you need to look for.
Hi, I've got a bird. It's quite far away. It's like 80 meters away.
We've got marine litter, good visibility, category D for size, and it's a plastic sheet.
All right, thank you.
We have another 15 or 10 minutes left of the daylight. You never know. Maybe you're gonna see some splashing into the sunset.
So, last one. Let's see who's out there.
I don't hear anything.
Nothing. Very far? Something very faint?
Yeah, I don't hear much. They keep running away.
1 o'clock? 1 o'clock? I could see something coming out of the water. Over there. 1 o'clock?
Hey guys, we got a visual.
Where is it?
It was straight ahead. There was 3 individuals.
Espera un momento.
Oh, there. At 1 o'clock. It's white. There's 3 here.
Do we take time and coordinate?
Yeah, she's on it. I have chills. We have 3 Rizzo's dolphins. It's very rare to see them, so this is really exciting. This is the best I've seen.
Because they're white, you can see them coming up there.
Yeah, so the Rizzos, they're born black, and they accumulate scars over their lifetime. They scar really easily. Either they're really old, or they're like really aggressive. They get into fights a lot.
The first time that we found Rizos was exactly here.
Really?
About 20 years ago.
Really?
And we had the film cameras.
Yeah.
And we had to be very careful when to take a picture. And we saw the photos developed about 2.5 months later.
Whoa.
It's been several times that I've thought that, I should just find a nice place in one of these beautiful islands and have 10 kids and just stop this whole process, but we cannot. Every time it's an amazing feeling to see and observe these incredible animals, and they're so free and happy, and that's how they should be. And it just makes me feel so sad and angry when you realize that they are confined into small spaces for business and for pleasure. I'm looking forward to listening to the opinion that Steve has about this sanctuary. Dolphin area in other parts of Europe are in process of closing down, and it would be a pity to not be able to provide a solution for them.
First of all, can I show you some footage that,
Yes.
that I shot here, because I spent a considerable amount of time underwater. We're looking at the environment, the design and build, we're looking at sustainability. Then when we look at the videotape here, even though this is such a pristine environment, we find those remnants of man, like the plastics. It's a bag. There. That's the video there. And so I was a little bit taken back to see some evidence in the environment here that there are some evidence that maybe some sailboats have anchored in this safety harbor and have made a quick disposal of their waste. But all that's easy to clean up.
Yeah.
For me, the water quality is based on not only these fish, but the smallest of fish, the glass minnows, the micro minnows. And you see them just flourishing in this environment. So it's a healthy ecosystem. We score the waves, the tidal surge, the salinity, all those environmental factors, as well as the budget that we're building. And I think on all of those, you're scoring very high at about an 8, 8.5. You certainly have the location. You have done your homework. It has everything you need. So now we focus on the funding and we take the next steps to keep the momentum going, right?
Yeah. I'm confident we will find people who will share the load with us and will be able to succeed in a short amount of time. We're all very determined to make this a reality very soon. We don't have a lot of time to waste, so we don't have the option to stop right now. We have to continue in protecting the life in our seas.